Today, we're diving deep into one of the most haunting and, honestly, one of the most powerful novels of our time, Cormac McCarthy's Pulitzer Prize-winning masterpiece, The Road. Just think about that line for a second. It's one of the first things we read, an event so final, so absolute, that it literally broke time. That's the world we're stepping into. It's not just post-apocalyptic. This is a world after the end of the world. So, the world McCarthy paints for us is really split right down the middle. You've got the old world, right? The one that only exists now in the father's memories and dreams, a place full of color, seasons, and life. And then you have the new world, the reality. And it's just gray, a silent, ash-covered landscape where the loudest sound is the wind. And trudging through this dead world are our two protagonists. And here's the thing, they're nameless. He's just the man, and his son is just the boy. It makes them feel like they could be any of us, right? Their mission is as simple as it is desperate. Just keep moving south. They're pushing a shopping cart with everything they own, heading for the coast, just hoping to find some warmth before winter closes in for good. Okay, so let's talk about that journey, because simple is the last word you'd use to describe it. In this world, just staying alive is a brutal second-by-second fight. Danger isn't just around the corner, it is everywhere. I mean, you've got threats coming from all angles. First, there's the world itself. It's basically a nuclear winter, just bitter, biting cold, and this endless gray snow. Then there's the constant gnawing hunger. But the biggest threat, the one that's truly terrifying, it's the other survivors, the ones they just call the bad guys. And let me tell you, McCarthy does not pull any punches here. These bad guys have thrown away every last shred of morality. At one point, our heroes stumble upon a house, and in the basement, people are chained up, being kept as livestock. In another scene, they find the charred remains of an infant by a campfire. I mean, this is the total, absolute breakdown of what it means to be human. So pretty early on, this horror becomes very, very real for them. A man from one of these gangs tries to kidnap the boy. The father, using one of their last precious bullets, shoots and kills him to save his son. It's what he had to do to survive, right? But for the boy, seeing that, well, it changes everything. And that moment leads to the question, the one that really defines the entire book. After watching his father kill someone, the boy just looks at him and asks this simple but absolutely gut-wrenching question. It becomes the moral center of everything that follows. Because really, that question gets right to the heart of the novel's biggest theme. How do you stay human when the rest of the world isn't? The father's answer is that they are carrying the fire. Now, this isn't a real fire, of course. It's this beautiful, powerful metaphor for everything good they're trying to hold on to. You know, morality, empathy, hope. It's their pact with each other. They will not become the bad guys, no matter what. But, you know, carrying that fire is way easier said than done. And this is where we see this incredible tension between the father and the son. The father, he's all about survival. He's pragmatic, cautious, and frankly, a little ruthless because his one and only job is to keep his son alive. But the boy, he's the moral compass of the whole story. He has this pure, innate compassion, and he always wants to stop and help people. A perfect example is when they meet this old, withered man on the road named Ely. The father's first instinct is, nope, keep moving. We share our food, we could die. But the boy just won't have it. He pleads with his dad to help the old man. And it's moments like this where you realize it's the son who is really keeping that fire alive, even when it's dangerous. Okay, so I know this all sounds unbelievably bleak. And it is. But the book isn't just unrelenting misery. Woven into all that darkness are these little, tiny flickers of hope. These small moments of grace that just shine so brightly. Like this one scene, they find a single can of Coca-Cola, a can of Coke. The father gives it to the boy who's never had one before. And for just that one moment, in the middle of all this gray, the kid gets to taste this tiny fizzy piece of the old world. And then there's the bunker. I mean, they are literally on the edge of starvation and they stumble upon this underground shelter that's completely untouched. It's a miracle. It's stocked with food, clean water, blankets. It's like a tiny paradise where they can actually eat and wash and sleep without fear for a few days. Or even simpler things, like finding a waterfall and the father taking a moment to just be a dad and teach his son how to swim. These aren't just little breaks from the horror. These moments are the fire. They're what they're fighting to protect, their love for each other and the memory of a world with beauty in it. But of course, the road has to end somewhere. And after all this time, all this struggle, they finally make it to their destination. But it's not what they were hoping for. They get to the coast, and it's a huge letdown. The ocean isn't this beautiful blue thing they imagined. It's just as gray and dead and cold as everything else. And that's a really tough pill to swallow, right? It means there's no escape. You can't just walk to a better place. The wasteland is the whole world. And it's near the coast that things take a final tragic turn. The father gets shot in the leg with an arrow by a thief. He's already been sick, coughing for weeks, and the wound it's the final blow. He knows he's dying. So he has to give his son the last, most important lesson of all. You have to go on. You have to keep carrying the fire. And with that, he dies. Can you even imagine? The boy just stays there with his father's body for 3 days, totally and completely alone in the world. When he finally gets the strength to move on, he's immediately confronted by another man, holding a shotgun. This is it. This is the moment everything has been leading to. It's absolutely terrifying. But the boy, he's not just a scared kid anymore. He does what his father taught him. He stands his ground, and he asks the man the only questions that matter. Are you one of the good guys? Are you carrying the fire? And the man says yes. He tells the boy he has a family, a wife, another little boy, a little girl, and so the boy makes a choice. He chooses to trust, and he goes with them. So the fire gets passed on. It finds a new home with this small family, this tiny pocket of good guys. And the ending? It feels hopeful, for sure. But it's not some simple, happy ending. It leaves us, the readers, with this huge, lingering question. In a world that is so fundamentally broken, is just one little spark of goodness enough? Can that fire ever really grow bright enough to push back the darkness? And that really is what The Road makes you ask yourself long after you've closed the book.